This is a channel geared towards young men to teach lessons that can really help them throughout life. But I have a minority of female subscribers now, and this is something that will really apply to you, whether you're a male or a female. I came across this video called MGTOW, which is men going their own way. MGTOW, this is my marriage. She lies on bed, watching, playing her games. I'm ignored. And this video has 320,000 views, so quite a high view count for this video. Now, this video is age restricted, so warning, there's going to be a lot of language in this channel that you don't normally hear coming from the gentleman in this video, not from me. Let's take a look. His wife is lying in bed, and he comes in with his cell phone recording her. I don't know if she knows she's being recorded or if she realizes that this is going to become a big viral video, but let's take a look.
What now?
Oh, fucking...
Apparently this guy loves the vertical video. He can't hold it like a normal camera. Instead of 16:9 aspect ratio, we have to watch this in 9:16.
Just don't understand why you're so horrible. I mean, yesterday it's all, all different story, innit, when you want something done.
What have you done?
What did I do? What did I do? You fucking deserve a slap across the fucking head. It's different when you want something done, isn't it, Queen? It's different when you want something done, isn't it? And then as soon as...
If she deserves a slap upside the head, well, she must be doing something pretty bad. The thing about it is, we don't know what she's like. She could be a terrible human being. We don't know that because we're only getting his side of the story, his accusations, what she's saying. But let's continue. Sorry.
As soon as that's done, it's like, fucking go away. I'm going to go back to ignoring you again and go back to my telephone in my bed, which is where you spent the majority of my fucking marriage.
Now, this woman's from China, but this applies to women from any culture, any society in this world. Definitely, they spend too much time on their phones, and that's going to negatively impact any kind of relationship you have, whether it's a friendship, a family relationship, certainly a romantic relationship like a marriage.
Exactly where you are now, with your legs closed. I fucking can't believe you within a day. I'm fucking back to, this is where I'm back to again. Back to fucking square one.
I'm just going to ask you why the llama doesn't walk.
It's different when you want something, isn't it? Happy to say something then, aren't you? But the rest of the time, it's like, go away. Go and do the cleaning. Go and do the vacuuming. Isn't there some dishes that you need to be doing? No, you didn't. But you complained this morning to me. You complained. What are you fucking talking about? You complained to me this morning all about it, though, don't you?
What?
Oh, that I don't do enough cleaning, that I don't do enough vacuuming, I don't do enough dishes, and you're not happy and how tired you are. That was all bullshit. You think I'm fucking stupid? It's just bullshit that you lay down. And you just can't be bothered. That's my marriage. A woman that can't be bothered. Fucking why even marry me? What the fuck did you even get together with me for? Why did you even come back here? After making me wait for you 2 fucking months.
Where did that come out from you, Miles? That's what happened.
Oh, that's what happened. It's my fault. It's my fault you're this way. It's my fault that you treat me this way.
Now, what she was saying, it's his fault. There's a lot of truth in that, and this guy doesn't want to acknowledge that. Being very self-aware, it's not always an easy thing to do, to look at our own faults. But he's accusing her of not wanting to open her legs for him. That's his quote. Now, do you think that treating your wife this way, or if you're a woman treating your husband this way, do you think it's going to turn them on? Do you think it's going to want to make them be loving? If you want to get love, you have to give love. And I don't know whether he does that or not, but certainly from what we're seeing, this little slice of his life that he chose to record and broadcast to us, certainly treating a woman, and this is the biggest lesson, treating someone this way, it's not going to make them love you. It's certainly not going to make them aroused, unless they have some sort of mental disorder where they get off on being abused. God knows there's certainly some people like that. But this isn't one of those situations, clearly. So if you really want your spouse to be loving, whether you're male or female, you cannot treat them this way. Like if you're a woman, nagging your husband, scolding your husband, treating your husband like a child, that's a major boner killer. That's not going to turn the guy on. It's not going to make the guy love you or want to treat you well. And certainly if you're a guy, treating your wife this way is definitely not going to bring her any closer to you. It's not going to make her want to rip your clothes off and make love to you.
It's my fault that you don't open your legs in 4 fucking months.
Probably is.
Really scared of you.
You're really scared of me.
Every time you open your mouth, I'm scared of you.
You're scared of me every time I open my mouth.
Now, what she's saying is, I'm scared of you every time you're opening your mouth. Maybe you're saying, well, look at her body language. She's clearly just laying there relaxed. She's not scared of him. But I believe what she's saying is true. She's scared of him every time he opens her mouth, not necessarily thinking that he's going to physically abuse her or beat her, hit her, something like that. But I think she's just scared of that punishment of being scolded, being talked down to, being bitched at by this guy. That's what the real fear is. It's not like being hit or beaten, but this is clearly what he's doing here. This is abuse. And I don't use that word lightly. A lot of people, they think that I'm very pro-male, which I am very pro-male, but that doesn't mean I'm against females. By no means do I think we should treat females bad, because as we're seeing in this situation, that's not going to help you get what you want anyways, so it's totally counterproductive.
What a fucking joke you are for a wife. What a fucking joke you are. You're scared of me. How's that for the next load of fucking bullshit? This morning it's not, oh, you didn't do enough cleaning, to now it's this afternoon, oh, I'm scared of you every time you open your mouth, because it's abuse.
Well, wouldn't you be scared of someone every time you have a fight, especially as a married couple? They're going to record it and upload it to their YouTube channel. Wouldn't that make you kind of scared to interact with someone, knowing that you might be put on camera and then uploaded for hundreds of thousands of people to see?
I don't like what you're saying. But look at the abuse that you hand out, Quian. Look at the mental fucking abuse that you hand out on a daily basis, with your legs closed, if that's not abuse.
Now, he's accusing her of abuse, which we haven't seen any evidence of that so far. She could very well be abusive as well, and I have to think that there's probably some truth to that. But we're definitely seeing him be abusive towards her. That's all, with all we have to judge, that's all we're seeing.
Abuse enough. No, it's not abuse to you, isn't it? Who else are you fucking, love? Who else are you fucking? Who else are you seeing, Quian? Huh? Because you don't touch me. And that was before we were fucking, when you were married. You still didn't touch me. So what, you can have all the excuses you want, Quian. You're scared of me.
Now, she didn't touch him before they were married, is what he was saying. Even before then, she wouldn't touch him. Well, that kind of tells you, dummy, that she was never attracted to you. Unless she's this wholesome Christian person that she's saving herself, which would totally make sense. But I think we know that's not the case. If they're showing these signs before you get married, well, guess what? After you get married, things don't generally get better. They get worse. And I'm not saying that just for marriages in general, but point is, if someone's showing negative signs, bad signs, that's a preview of more things to come. Because I've seen guys get in marriages, especially with foreigners, with Asian women like this, and there's all these signs that they're not really attracted to them, that they just want to move on to a better life. And I'm not saying that's always the case with Asian women, but certainly it's the case a lot of the time. And this guy's not showing his face. I've seen his face in other videos. He looks kind of like what you'd expect him to look like, an old, ugly, white guy getting a much younger woman. So I think it's safe to probably assume that it's one of those situations, which obviously if she didn't want to touch him even before marriage.
You didn't fuck me before. Huh? What's your excuse then? Oh, you were still scared of me? That's my mental abuse, love. That's my fucking mental abuse every fucking day with you. and getting nothing from you but this snarling fucking face that I get every day because you have no kindness and no love in you. You've just got hate and fucking coldness in you. And you give nothing to the fucking husband that loves you. Fucking nothing. You give him nothing. But you'll take anything you can from him. And then you'll just cast him on the side. But I bet you when you meet your new boyfriend, love, you'll be a lot fucking different, won't you? Bet you when you meet the new fucking bloke, you'll be a lot different, won't you? Different story then, huh? This is my marriage, Kuyan. You ignoring me. Period. That's it. Begging for your sex, begging for your attention, begging for you to fucking say anything that would be a little bit of kindness to your husband. Instead, I get this snarling fucking face all the time from me. That's all I fucking get from you. You've turned into this really horrible fucking human. Just horrible. And you got your legs fucking closed. And I'm married to you, married. Your husband. You don't even fuck your own husband. When was the last time you kissed your husband, Kuyan? Or even hugged your husband, Kuyan? When? When have you ever kissed your fucking husband? Huh? When was the last time you made him a cup of fucking tea? Huh? That's my whole marriage, Kuyan. You sitting there looking at your fucking phone, spending more time on your heyday because you don't want to miss the fucking farmers. That's my whole marriage to you. This all was fake, wasn't it? It was just a load of fucking bullshit.
Yeah, like we said, this marriage, she probably just married him to get to Australia. And she's from China. And I'm not saying all Chinese women or Asian women do that, certainly a lot. But he totally obviously made a choice to ignore the signs, as I've seen Guy do time after time again.
And now all you need me to do is leave. You just need me to go. You need me to get the clothes and leave. That would be a lot better for you, huh? You don't give a fuck, Kuyan, do you? Your husband pours his heart out to you, and you don't give a fuck. Your husband pours his heart to you, and you don't care. That's the amount of love that you've got, Kuyan. Fucking zero. You're as cold as ice. Even when I was married to you, I got nothing. Your husband had to beg you to give him a kiss. When he touched you, you pushed him away. That's your fucking marriage to you. But don't miss anything on your phone, love. Make sure you don't miss your phone because you're very scared of me. Very scared.
So can you leave now?
Can I leave now, you horrible prick of a woman? You really are the horriblest fucking woman that I've ever fucking known. And I'll be glad when the 12 months of separation, because that's what you're waiting for, right? That's what you're waiting for, right? I'll be glad to fucking sign the papers, Kuyan. If you want to get it done earlier in China, I'll gladly sign them papers also. Because I can't wait to divorce you either. I think you are fucking the worst, horriblest woman and the worst wife that any man could ever fucking have. You do nothing for him whatsoever. You do not cook. You don't clean. You don't fuck and you don't suck. You don't do nothing for him. So I'll be glad to fucking divorce you. And you are the one that has done this to your own marriage. You have destroyed this marriage, Kuyan. You have fucking strangled it and killed it. Not me. You have. And you don't give a fuck. You don't fucking care. Because you're a fucking horrible person.
Close the door now.
Fuck you, you cunt. Open the fucking door yourself, you fucking low cunt.
Okay, well, there's a few things to say about this video. Number one, all couples, even the best couples in the world, they fight, they argue. My grandparents, they were married over 70 years. Occasionally they would have a fight, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And no one was taking out a recording device to record the other one, uploading it on the internet. My grandpa's an old school guy, World War II veteran. He's not, people from that generation, they didn't feel the need to record something like this, put it on the internet, not that they had the internet, and then have other people cheerlead for him. Oh, I feel so sorry for you. That's not the way a man acts. You don't air your dirty laundry in public. You handle your business in private. You handle it like a man. Putting something like this online, this is not a manly way to behave. This is more like something you would expect out of a woman. Second of all, as I said earlier, this is no way to treat someone to get a desired reaction out of this. And I come from an athletic background, so something I see in sports, sometimes coaches, they berate their athletes, and that's not going to make them perform better. And it's the same thing in a situation like this. If you want your wife to be sweeter and loving, and I don't know, maybe this woman is just a bad woman, I have no idea about that, but certainly this behavior, berating her, especially berating her in public, it's definitely not going to make your situation better. It's not going to make her love you. So you're not going to get what you want behaving this way, behaving as this childish, immature person when you're a guy that's in your 50s, it seems, doing this, abusing someone on camera, and you expect everyone to pat you on the back and feel sorry for you. Totally uncool. Now, a couple disclaimers here. This guy says he's MGTOW. I don't think that MGTOW people really want to be associated with someone like this. Some people think that I'm a MGTOW guy. I am definitely not. I'm not part of that movement whatsoever. I don't want to go my own way from women. And a lot of those MGTOW guys, they tend to be very negative, even though what those guys say is generally very true. But I certainly have a lot of sympathy for people in that movement. I understand where they're coming from. I agree with most of the points they make. But definitely in life, you get whatever you focus on. If you just focus on those negative aspects of women, that's all you're going to see. And you're going to see very negative, toxic women. Those are going to be the women in your life. And it's kind of funny. We'll get to some of the comments here. A lot of people in the comments, they've been getting on her, on Asian women. And I've seen some comments from some white women saying, haha, I thought Asian women were supposed to be so submissive. Well, first of all, let me say this. This woman's from China, and China is not a very warm, loving culture in general. And Asia is the largest country, the largest continent in the world, both in terms of land mass and population, so it's very diverse. I wouldn't think all Asian women are the same. This is a woman from China. There's women from the Philippines. There's Korean women. There's a lot of really great women in Japan. And the truth is, what a lot of people don't understand because they like to stereotype so much is, especially when it comes to Asian women, they think they're either one way or the other. They think they're either terrible, that are all just trying to use Western men to get to their country, or they think they're the sweetest women in the world. And the reality is, both sides are right. With Asian women, they seem to either be completely terrible and just trying to use guys to get to our countries, or, especially depending what country you go to, like certain countries like the Philippines and Korea probably have a higher percentage of this. They are very sweet, very loving, and definitely a lot of Western women could take a lot of lessons to be learned from those cultures. There's a reason why guys go to countries like that. But let's get to the comments. There's some interesting comments. You're both toxic. Posting this with no context is just as pathetic. No self-respect. Well, no respect for me either. He doesn't seem to have one. Here's a good one. The dude shouldn't be saying that in front of the kid. Yeah, absolutely. Because even if the kid isn't at an age where they can fully understand all the language, what the argument's about, you're putting out so much angry, ugly, negative energy, and you have a kid in the room right with your wife. They're going to absorb that energy, and we can also assume that if he's doing it this one time, this isn't the first time he's done something like this, and it's not going to be the last time. He's going to be behaving this way in front of his child as the child ages and gets more conscious, more aware of things and the way things work. So it's going to be a very negative, it's going to have a very negative effect on your child. She's probably on the phone with her side dude. Yeah, maybe. All I see is an emotionally abusive man and a woman shutting down in response. Yeah, that kind of seems like it could be the case. Like I said, we don't know anything about her, but I would assume that she does have some negative qualities as well, and there's some truth to what he's saying. That doesn't excuse it. This guy says she did not open her legs before marriage and did not touch them. Looks like he wanted something that was never there. Yep, the point I made. Here's one. Guy is abusive. I'd love to punch his face in. And he posts this on YouTube? What a bottom feeder. Yep, my thoughts exactly. Here's one. She's got a baby in the cot next to her. She's probably been up all night doing the night feeds, or she has postnatal depression. You're the most disgusting human being I've ever come across to disrespect your woman like that. Just be gentle with her and ask her why she can't get out of bed. He obviously wanted her to cook, clean, sex, and anyone that can upload anything like this has some serious issues. Yeah, absolutely. Another point that should be brought up is her hormones physically might be out of balance, which would affect her mentally, because obviously she has a kid that's maybe a couple of years old or less. So that's something to be checked out, the physical aspect in her hormones, and he needs to try and be more understanding of a woman in that situation. The negative energy they are putting out in front of a baby is abusing the kid. F the two of them. They are broken. Time to leave one another. A kid rather be from a broken home than live in one. It's kind of funny. Hopefully these comments, he reads him and they somehow register with him. Well, look in the mirror. You aren't the greatest husband either. Watching this was so depressing, and hopefully I'm not depressing you, but this is true. I can't imagine how depressed she is having to hear your verbal abuse on the daily. Not to mention the lasting mental and emotional side effects this will have on your child. Shame on you. My father belittled my mom in front of me my entire childhood, and I will never forget. This will come back to bite you in the butt, you angry, bitter old man. Yeah, totally agree with this. You are such a nasty narcissist who preys on the reaction of his wife. Not nice when kids are present. Here's one. Stop whining, be a man, take responsibility for your poor choices, and move on. Exactly. One of the great things about YouTube, obviously, is the comments. The comments can add a lot of great insight and knowledge, and definitely you're going to get some of that when any video has this many views. So hopefully you've learned a lesson from this video, not to be like this beta going around behaving this way, and then especially airing your dirty laundry in public. Let this video serve as a warning and a reminder to you how not to behave. Be sure to check out my other videos. Until next time.